Hello, Barrett Ursick here from Holganix, here today to talk to you about why roots rock. Specifically, why roots are some of the most important things you can do to help build plant health, increase sustainability, increase recovery with your plants. Well, let's think about it. Let's first talk about weed control. Let's say we've got a turf environment where we want to have a weed-free lawn, and we don't want to use a lot of pesticides to kill those weeds. What's the best thing we can do to prevent weeds naturally? Build a deep, thick, and web-like root system. I mean, let's face it, if we can build that deep, thick, web-like root system, we eliminate voids and space for those weeds to get germinated in the first place. The turf and the roots will choke out the weeds, and we'll have much less weeds that come up. As a result, we use much less pesticides. That's good for sustainability. It's good for our pocketbook. It's good for our customers. Let's think about sustainability as it comes to water. I mean, let's face it, water is the new blue gold, and we're getting more and more restrictions placed on us as turf managers on how much water we can use, when we can use it, and in some cases, we don't have enough to make the plants do what we need them to do. Again, let's think about a turf environment. Let's think about how do we get water efficiency. Well, if we can get a deeper, thicker root system, those roots are going to access water in places that don't dry out as quickly. The top of the soil is going to dry out before the 2 inches in the soil is going to be dry before 6 inches in the soil is going to be dry. 6 inches is going to be dry before 12 inches is going to be dry. So if we can build a deeper root system, those roots are going to be access water in places that the top of the soil isn't going to have. And if we have a thicker and more roots, again, we just have more places to go grab that water. It's going to be a much more efficient plant at accessing that water. Let's think about fertilizer. Again, it's a lot like water. A lot of the fertilizer that the plants are going to use are going to enter through the roots. If we can get more roots, more fibrous roots, more of the little hair-like roots that come off of the main roots, and we can get a deeper, thicker system, we're going to be able to access that fertilizer, those nutrients, much more efficiently. As a result, less is going to wash off into our waterways or get evaporated and go into the atmosphere. It's going to be used by the plant, so we can use less of it. That's good for your pocketbook. That's good for your customers. That's good for the environment. So let's think about wear and tear and stress recovery. I mean, the roots are the anchor to the plant, right? So if we've got people, we have a big event, we've got 150 people walking all over our little 1 acre parcel of turf, and it gets all trampled down, and we want it to come back, and we don't want to have to resod it or reseed it. If we took the time to build a deeper, thicker root system, it's going to come back quicker and better. Anytime we're going to have a stressful condition, whether it be heat, drought, or wear and tear, it's just going to recover better when we have a deeper, thicker root system. So how do we get deeper, thicker root systems? Well, one of my favorite ways is core aeration. When we go through and we aerate that lawn, we remove those cores out of the ground, a couple things are happening. First of all, we're going to break out that thatch layer that often creates a mat and eliminates water, or it makes it harder for water and nutrients to go down into the soil. But if we put holes in that mat, now the water nutrients are going to get deeper into the soil. That's good for efficient water and fertilizer use. It's also good for the roots to access that water and fertilizer. And what happens is we create those voids where that core removed the soil, and the roots are going to find water and nutrients, and they're going to multiply where they can take up that space in those voids. So aeration is just a phenomenal thing to do to build a deeper root system. Now let's think about what else we can do. Well, any fertilizer program that contains phosphorus is going to help to stimulate roots. In many areas we have phosphorus restrictions, and we may not be able to apply as much phosphorus as we want to do. So we have to think a little outside the box. How else can we build roots? Well, Holganix happens to have some great bionutritional products, active biology, that includes mycorrhizae and trichoderma, that are beneficial fungi that help improve root mass at below the soil level. And so you got to really think below the soil. What are we doing to create an environment that can grow better, deeper, thicker roots? Holganix is a key to the puzzle, but there's many other products that can help you do that as well. And Holganix is getting ready to launch a new product we're calling it 21020. So that's our NPK analysis. It also has armament technology, which is a really sophisticated amino acid that's going to help uptake. So the point to this is, with the 21020, we can use very small amounts of the nutrients and get a big result, especially when you combine it with the refrigerated Holganix products. So both of these things are going to help you build deeper, thicker roots and have a better, more sustainable turf. And we've got a customer, Brandon Haley, who manages Red Diamond Coffee and Tea. Phenomenal facilities, 2 acres of manicured turf. And his goal is to use less and less synthetic inputs. He's really got sustainability initiatives within his company. And one of the keys that he wanted to do was drive his water usage down. Over 3 years that he's been on a Holganix program, this is in Birmingham, Alabama, mind you, with hard clay soil, he was able to, over 3 years, reduce his water usage by 75% without impacting turf health. He credits the massive deep, thick root system he was able to establish in that clay soil as being one of the keys to driving water efficiency. He also was able to drive fertilizer efficiency, and he credits the roots there as well. In fact, the numbers that he gave me over the 3 years that he was using the Holganix process is he started off with around 3.4 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet per year. Year 2, he went down to 2.4 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet per year. And year 3, this year he just completed, 2016, he was down to 1.8 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet per year. Over that 3 years, he stepped his nitrogen down as his soil became more productive and his roots became deeper and thicker. And he had no sacrifice in turf quality. In fact, he's won all kinds of awards for the quality of turf he has and the sustainability initiatives that he's doing as a turf manager. So hats off to you, Brandon, for doing those initiatives. And a year ago, Brandon was telling me he had average roots in his site where he was finding 8, 10, 12-inch roots, and he was blown away in that clay soil. He was able to find those 10 and 12-inch roots pretty frequently. This past fall, he was doing an irrigation repair, and he had dug down to fix the irrigation, and he had sent me a picture of a 28-inch root in Birmingham, Alabama, in clay soil. Blown away. He credits Holganix as being a key piece to helping him build these awesome roots. And so Brandon's a great turf manager, he's a great customer of ours, and gave us some great statistics on why it's so important to build roots. So this is Barrett Ersick signing off for today's tip of the month, which is why roots rock, how to build better roots, and we'll see you next month.